Well, hello and welcome to I Love Gay today. And this is our first show in the new year, and we are here with Joshua Pasquale, Toronto, Canada. How are you?
I'm doing fabulous. How are you?
I doing fantastic. I love when I'm reading on your website and so forth. But you're from Canada and so forth. But how do you say it as far as you're kind of all the influences you've had from Paris, London, and so forth?
I say that I'm born from Canada, but seasoned by London and Paris.
Yes, I love the
Very
way you say that.
graciously by them.
I love that. But I love even more. I think it's amazing and kind of how you're in the world that I'm in, and we're all in the world of marketing and PR and social
Mhm.
media. But you straddle those lines. You're it's like you're in the world of style and fashion first, but you really merged that a lot with in the with the world of marketing and PR. And yeah, how has that been going for you so far?
I like to say that, when I started my career, I didn't know if there was a place for me in the world of fashion, but
Yeah.
because I combined fashion and marketing together, it's now giving me the world. Because when I first started, I was doing marketing and PR at agencies and corporate, and they weren't really related to fashion. But I was like, I need to make a living. And because I was in Canada, I didn't, it's not the biggest fashion scene here. And I just didn't know if there was a place for me in it. But
Yeah.
over the years, I was self-teaching myself fashion, styling, design, and modeling with my cat, who's a model herself. Sorry about that. Um, and it just, when you're self-taught,
Yeah.
you are able to, I focus on the craft more than when you're just trying to survive. So I was doing my day job in marketing and PR while doing fashion, and I was starting to get attention from it from actual fashion professionals. And I thought to myself, I've been doing these marketing and PR strategies for clients over the years, and I've seen results with them. Why not try to apply what I'm giving to clients to my own fashion?
Yeah.
And now it's leading to some gaggy results.
But I think that's amazing. I mean, you've learned how to kind of, it's one thing to be able to put yourself out there and come up with
Mhm,
ideas and concepts, but the other, the most important part is letting people know what you're up to
mhm,
and really kind of spreading that word. But that's the part where, I mean, you seem, whether it's through LinkedIn or Instagram and TikTok,
mhm.
you've really kind of mastered that ability to be able to make sure to tell this story out and get it out there.
Well, thank you. I mean, that's how we met. We met through social media, and most of my opportunities have come through social media. And it's just something that I naturally do no matter what. Like, I have to. You know, I always tell artists this, you can be the best artist in the world, but if you want to make your art a business, then you have to know marketing. You have to know branding, and you just have to start putting it out there, because over the years, it can snowball into something that's substantial.
Yeah. I think it's working for you. And especially with, weren't you at London Fashion Week last year, and some great things happened from that, from some of the outreach you were making?
Yeah, so I was in London just visiting, working with my job over there, not in fashion, but I was like, I'm gonna bring two suitcases and a dream. And then I got a call from a friend who used to live in London. And he's like, Kid, I've been watching your fashion journey over the years, and you've just really blossomed, and I can get you to London Fashion Week. Do you want to go? And
Yeah.
I'm like, for me, I love British fashion. McQueen, Galliano, Westwood have always been my personal heroes. And I'm like, but yeah, but I was like, am I enough to go to London Fashion Week? Because it's one of the top four fashion weeks in the world. And I just said, this is what I've been doing. This is why I've been developing my craft. So I went to five fashion scout shows and the Montclair show that was headlined by Alicia Keys,
Okay.
which was crazy. And
Yeah.
from there, I was just completely myself while still understanding that fashion is marketing. And I've never been more celebrated in my life. Like
Wow.
I owe London my fashion career, honestly.
Yeah. But did that also, I know I was reading from your blog, but it seemed like that led to some great opportunities at the Paris Fashion Week.
Yeah, so when I got back from London,
Yeah.
I started to take my craft more seriously. I kind of came out of the closet again, but
Yeah.
as like a fashion stylist, designer, and model. I started to do lessons, I started to really hone the craft, and then I started to apply paid marketing strategy to my social media posts.
Yeah.
I was boosting my posts with like a budget of 20 and $30, targeting European fashion capitals like London, Berlin, and Paris.
Yeah.
And then it got me scouted in 4 months by this Berlin designer named Vivian Sophie. She goes, Val, you look so cool in my terrible German accent. And I was like, oh, thank you. And she's like, are you going to be in Paris October 1st?
Yeah.
And I said, no, I wish. I was just there for London Fashion Week. It was amazing. And then she sent me a voice memo that would change my life.
Wow. That's
Hmm.
just it. I mean, it's just it's interesting because I think you give inspiration and hope to a lot of folks that try this, because especially on Instagram, I think Instagram is probably the number one place that I see. We see ads everywhere as far as social
Yeah.
media, but the ads that I see are from individuals. You could tell that they're just individuals or very small businesses that are really just trying to kind of get their name out there. And so as you're scrolling along, every two or
Yeah.
three posts it says sponsored, and it's just like they make it really easy. So it seems like you're a great testimonial that it does work.
And the thing is, I never predicted that it would give me Paris Fashion Week.
Yeah.
I was just happy that professionals in Europe were taking an interest in me.
Yeah.
They'd be like, oh, cool, I like your stuff. But at the same time, it's like in marketing, you have a target in mind, but you also have to prepare for the unexpected.
Yeah.
And when the unexpected happens, you have to take it because I know a lot of people that don't take it. And Paris Fashion Week is like out of the big four, it's probably the most fashion week of the fashion week. It's like the big one, Paris Fashion Week.
Yeah.
And it was so much work. It was so much work, but at the same time, I loved every moment of it.
Yeah.
And it was for my future self.
Well, in addition, I enjoyed one of our joint friends, Callan Brecken, from
Yeah.
Toronto as well. And what I loved is that in an interview you had done with him, you emphasize collaborate, do not compete. And I
Yes.
loved that. I felt like you were speaking to me, because I try to tell people that all the time, especially in the world we're in today.
Yes.
The tools that are available to us through social media make collaboration amazing. And you
Yes.
really kind of nailed that on the head the way you described that.
Because a lot of people are like, oh, fashion is so competitive, Josh, beware. And in my mind, it can be, but it can also be the most collaborative career path if you allow it to be. Especially, I'm a stylist. My whole MO is collaborating and connecting people together. And that's what I love as a stylist. I also design and model, but for me, I'm a stylist primarily because it fits so perfectly with my communications and marketing background.
Yeah. But I love the fact that you really get yourself out there as well. We were talking about Toronto Pride and so forth, but even from your TikTok videos, I see you out on the street and different different outfits. And I have a feeling they know you there.
That's my mindset that fashion and marketing are one of the same. When you how you dress and present yourself to the world is how people are going to perceive you. And I've received opportunities just by going out to these clubs and these parties and being myself. And that's what I always encourage people with what they wear.
Yeah.
What you wear and how you present yourself is fashioning the life you want to live.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, good point. I think this is fantastic. I do travel a lot, and I was in Toronto for Pride just this last year. So I look forward to being able to connect with you in the real world and can keep this
Yeah.
conversation going.
Definitely, definitely. And I might be doing New York Pride. You never know. I love
Oh,
New
that'd be
York.
fantastic. So, but no, just mostly I was really glad that you were able to take a few moments of your time and kind of share a bit of kind of your story and what you've been up to with our audience here.
Awesome. Thank you so much. It was a
Thanks for
pleasure.
being here. Absolutely. Take care now.
Okay, bye.
So good.